Hi everyone, I'm Jill Hewlett and I'm with a very special lady, the CMO. We call her the Chief Mother Officer and the Chief Mineral Officer, and we want to tell you why. Well, first of all, this is my mom, and I'm super excited to be talking to her about her mineral story. And I think we should start right at the beginning because you had something we call the early warning signs. Do you want to describe what those were and how they were affecting your life?
Yes, I sure did. The early warning signs: gray hair, creaky neck, age spots, spider veins, gaining weight,
Low energy?
low energy. Yes, so,
Oh, and pain. You would wake up in the middle of the night, right?
well, then it started with my knees. Hard to go up and down stairs and wake me up during the night. And
Teeth.
also the dentist who said I'd have to see a periodontist. So there we go.
So the periodontist, because they were concerned about your teeth weakening and your gums receding, that
Yes,
type of
the
thing?
gums receding, for sure.
So
Mhm,
basically
yes.
you're thinking, you're concerned that your something's going on here, that your body might even be falling apart, right?
I was just going to say that's what it is. And my body was starting to fall apart. So definitely needed more nutrition here. And I was going to a health food store since you guys were little, trying to find out what to take. And you try this one time, something else, you hear, just fractionate your...
Not knowing that with the best
Yeah.
of intentions, you're not getting the answer.
Right.
You're not approaching the solution properly. So now you were concerned about this, so you went to the family doctor. What happened then?
Yes, and he told me, Helen, you've got early signs of rheumatoid arthritis, and I can give you something for the pain. So I left there thinking, oh no, I've been going to the health food store trying to find all this stuff to keep me healthy.
And all things considered, really good health, daily life habits. I mean, you weren't smoking or drinking. You were
Right.
you were doing like the regular stuff that you would consider to be healthy. So when you were seeing the doctor, though, I remember another comment he made. It's like, well, Helen, you're in your late 50s, and this is
Normal.
and it's like, wait a minute, 50s, that is still,
Just a
all things
minute.
considered, that's still young, and you can have a lot of healthful years after that. But when you start getting these early warning signs, you need to pay attention. So
Right,
thankfully
right.
you were. So you didn't fulfill that prescription because you didn't want to take that route.
Right.
So what did you do instead?
Well, I turned on the TV one morning. At breakfast television, Dr. Wallach was on there, the mineral doctor. We call him the mineral doctor. And once I heard and listened to him, and realized that you need 9 essential nutrients, that made the world a difference.
Well, and because too, you knew what he was saying was right, because he was describing her like a classic textbook case of deficiency.
Yes.
And when you're deficient in these particular nutrients, this is the natural outcome. You're going to find out that you have creaky joints, age spots, graying hair, memory loss, fatigue, weight gain, all these types of things. So he made the connection to the solution being in nutrition, and especially what stood out for you was the mineral part.
Definitely the mineral part. And that story can take me back even further,
Yeah.
realizing that the importance of minerals. So,
Yeah. Do
Should I
you want
go
to share it?
back?
Sure. Share it, because this is a whole family story. After having your third child, my youngest sister.
Yes, after the third child is born, youngest one, Angie here, I had allergies and I had a tough time breathing. And the doctor would just give me nose sprays. And this went on for about 6 months. And I couldn't breathe and I wasn't getting enough sleep. And I had 3 of you little ones to take care of. And it was going to actually a chiropractor at that time who was becoming a homeopath doctor as well.
And a naturopath.
Naturopath. And he said, Helen, you just had 3 children. And to produce a child, what do you need? Minerals. So he put me back on minerals, and I think I bounced back in a week.
Yeah. So amazing. Like, look how quickly the body absorbed that and knew what to do, right?
Oh, exactly.
Amazing.
And
so all these nose sprays and other things weren't working, but this chiropractor studying to be naturopath said, here's a mineral solution. This is what you need to do.
Exactly. So back then, I didn't understand minerals is something that you need to take every day because we're not getting it in our food.
Yeah,
The soils deplete, so minerals is something, it's like oxygen. You need it every day.
Yeah, yeah, yes. No function occurs within the body without the proper minerals and mineral cofactors. That's why we say minerals
Yes.
are the currency of life.
Exactly, exactly. The spark plugs.
Yes, that's how everything works. Yep.
Makes everything else work. So now, here it is, 20 years later, not on one prescription drug. And I got to tell you, my dentist, I didn't have to see the periodontist. No way.
That's amazing.
So it was all good. All
And
good.
so you saw,
All good.
you heard Dr.
All good.
Wallach speak on breakfast television. You knew
Yes.
right away, which was also synchronistic that we'll share, is that I was interviewing him 2 days later on the community TV show I was hosting and producing. And so when my mom called me about this amazing doctor he heard in his research and his latest book, and that she wanted to learn more, I was able to invite her to come and meet this man in the green room. And that same week, she was able to attend one of his lectures. So that was meant to be. We talk about how that just lined right up. It was meant to be.
Right. And listening to Doc Wallach all these years, I can relate back when I was a little girl on a farm and living with my grandparents who had a wood stove.
And where was this?
In Bracebridge.
Okay.
And remembering that wood stove, and this is what Dr. Wallach would tell us about. Back then, people got their minerals by the wood stove, the ashes they would take and put in their garden. And I remember my grandparents doing that.
That's amazing.
So,
good memory on her, right? And that's how they lived. That's how they remineralized their soil for their crops, and that you ended up eating those minerals.
And
again.
today, how does Doc put it? There's no wood ashes to.
We're using electric ovens now.
Yes.
So this is amazing. This is a
Yes.
story really that connects the dots throughout your
Oh,
life,
when I
really.
think back and
and
I
leading
see
right
that.
up to 77 when your age.
Yes.
Well, actually, first let's talk about when you started taking the nutrition. You kept getting results over time. What did you initially realize, and what did that lead to, as far as the changes you saw?
Well, you know what? You don't even think about it, but certainly my neck. Before nutrition like that, I felt like gravel in my neck. I could hear my neck.
Yeah, that's a sign of
So
deficiency right there.
that was that. And I think I was even grayer, even though it still looks gray right now. But it was
20 years ago.
20 years ago. And so
just the age spots went away, the bruising.
The age spots, not as many for sure. But the spider veins on my ankle definitely went away. I could wear sandals again.
And shorts, and
And
mini
shorts.
skirts. You should see her trotting around now. In knowing you, Mom, knowing you close, she's a hard act to keep up with, and to be in your 70s and you're going on 77 soon, to be able to have this kind of energy, to be able to have this kind of mental clarity and be able to functionality, and to not be on a prescription drug is a very significant thing. In fact, the doctor who told you need to be on that medication he's younger than you, since retired with his own health issues. So, so he really needed to be maybe following what you were doing. But anyway, that's for another story. But it's a wonderful story, and up to today, that's why you continue to share the message.
Oh, continue coming here in any way we can to get the word out there.
Amazing.
Yes.
Well, there you go. You heard it firsthand, right from the CMO's mouth. If you have any questions for us, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks, Mom.